Good morning and welcome back to Toyota Park for this morning's reserve game, Chicago Fire versus USL-PRO's Rochester Rhinos. I'm Jeff Crandall. Thanks for joining us this morning on chicago-fire.com. The Chicago Fire play their second official reserve game of 2014 this morning against Rochester. Coming into this game in reserve league play, 1-0-0, a fantastic undefeated record. First one coming on March 24th against the New York Red Bulls, a 2-1 win that day. Of course, two other unofficial reserve games a couple of weeks ago, a 3-1 win over NASL's Indy 11, and then, of course, against Marquette University a few days later. Let's get to the lineups. First for the Chicago Fire, in goal today, Alec Can. Across the back line, Patrick Ianni, Stephen Kinney, Marco Franco, Academy product Andrew Gutman. In midfield, Chris Ritter, Matt Watson, and two Academy products again, Alex Underwood and Oscar Gonzalez. Up top for the Fire, recalled from his loan with the Charlotte Eagles, Giuseppe Gentile returns to the Fire reserve lineup along with Juan Luis Anangano. For the Rochester Rhinos today, a few Fire connections. I'll get to those in a minute. In goal, John McCarthy. In defense, Anua Abassi, Kyle Hoffer, former Fire defender Tony Walls, and Pat McMahon. Across midfield, Min Vu, Tyler Rosenlund, Alex Sundley, Sam Petrone. Former PDL product J.C. Banks in the attacking midfield role for Rochester, and then another former Fire trialist in Colin Rolfe, as it looks like we're set to get underway here. Referee Gregory Dopka just waiting, I think, for Eminem to stop rapping over the Toyota Park PA. Rochester sporting some awesome vertically striped green and yellow jerseys today. And there we go. Stephen Kinney, of course, returning to the Fire lineup as we're underway. Kinney back in central defense with Patrick Ianni as Marco Franco plays it back for Alec Can. Vu for Rochester. Foul there, called on Colin Rolfe. Pair of 22s there, Matt Watson, who played 51 minutes in place of Alex in Saturday's 1-1 draw versus New England. Ianni now with it. Kinney. Tony Walls there with a header. Banks and Ritter battling. 2 Fire PDL products there. Ritter gets the best of that one. It's Gutman for Anangano. Gentile tries to play quick with Anangano. Well done by Tony Walls there to earn a Rochester throw-in. Rochester comes into this match 0-1-1 on the season. Opened their USL-PRO campaign with a 3-1 defeat at Orlando City. Last week earned a 1-1 draw with the Dayton Dutch Lions. Looking forward to their first home game. Two away games. Now this is their 3rd away game, of course, in the MLS USL-PRO partnership. MLS teams without a reserve affiliation play part of their reserve league schedule with USL-PRO teams. Of course, the Fire will play Charlotte on Friday night in Charlotte, North Carolina as well. This is Ritter now on the ball for Gonzalez. Fire fans still maybe recovering a little bit from that 1-1 draw on Saturday. 2nd home match in a row where the team had a chance to win the game with a penalty kick at the Harlem end right in front of Section 8. Juan Luis Anangano saw his penalty kick saved in the dying seconds of that one. This is Marco Franco with a nice challenge on Anuo Abasi to earn a throw. 2 players that we would probably see in this match for the Fire. Victor Pineda, who played a couple minutes at the end of that game, actually earned the penalty kick against New England with his shot that was handled on the line. And Benji Hoya away with the U.S. Under-21s right now in L.A. So out of action today and unavailable for Friday's reserve match. Friday's reserve match, don't be surprised to see a number of Fire first-teamers play with the bye week this weekend from MLS play. Minvu. Vu takes the chest from J.C. Banks. Offside whistle there, though. Looking across the way, see a few Rochester Rhinos jerseys. Really enjoy this shirt. I'm hoping if I speak highly enough of it, the Rhinos will send me a jersey. That's 7000 South Harlem, Bridgeview, Illinois, 60455, care of Jeff Crandall. Gonzalez plays it back for Iani. Iani crossfield ball from Marco Franco. Franco ahead looking for Gonzalez. Cut out there. Ritter retains it. Anangano now for Gentile. Gentile into the box. Shot just wide left. Gentile will want that one back. Nice little combo between the two. Open look after the deflected through ball, and he pulls it to the left. Should have been goal number 1 in the 6th minute here at Toyota Park. 0-0 between the Chicago Fire Reserves and USL-PRO's Rochester Rhinos. 2 teams with a bit of a history in the U.S. Open Cup. We'll get to that in a little bit. Franco now. Watson making the run up the right. He gets to it first. Into the corner with Tony Walls. Good work to earn the deep throw there. as Abbasi comes over to put it out. Underwood still with it. Back for Franco. Franco a little too lax to get that cross in. Earns the throw, though. Watson. Underwood. And it's Watson again. Back the other way now. Banks plays it ahead for Colin Rolfe. Andrew Gutman, who showed very well on that reserve friendly against Marquette a few weeks ago. A goal and assist playing at left back. Number 43 out there from the Fire Academy. And it's Vu for Abbasi. Mentioned these two teams have a pass in the Open Cup. From my count, 2 Open Cup matches against the two. Between the two, rather. Rochester, of course, knocked the defending Open Cup champions out of the tournament back in 1999. The first ever loss the Fire suffered in the competition. A 1-0 loss on that day. In 2011, the last time this Fire club actually won on turf, a 1-0 Open Cup win in the 3rd round in Rochester. Diego Chavez scored for the Fire on that day. Last time the Fire won on turf in any competition, last time in MLS play, of course, was June 2010. Rochester playing around the back. Kenny heads that one out of play. Sundley on it. He takes a hit there from Watson at midfield. Watson will get a quick talking to. Ball forward, flicked on. Vu with it. Vu, quick shot through the legs of Marco Franco, but it trails wide right of Can's goal. Ritter back for Gutman. Ooh, dangerous ball across. Lucky there as Rolfe fell down on the play. Iani now. Watson for Franco. Franco, long ball head, looking for Anangano. Ritter with a tough challenge there. J.C. Banks gets out of the way. J.C. Banks, of course, the son of 1990 U.S. World Cup veteran Jimmy Banks. teammates of Fire Technical Director Brian Bliss at that World Cup. Ball played forward by Abbasi, but Rolf looked to be offside. Of course, good news for Brian Bliss as well, and a nice tie to the Rhinos as Bliss will be inducted in the Rochester Soccer Hall of Fame this weekend in Rochester. Ball played for Gentile and Chase. Knocked out for a very deep throw for the Fire. Brian Bliss, of course, from the Rochester, New York area. Played high school soccer there before having a nice national team career. Played in Germany a little bit before coming back to MLS. I'm sorry, it was a corner kick. Gonzalez will take it. Headed away. Fire retain control. Underwood. His cross headed away. Abbasi knocks it back out. Ritter with the challenge on Banks. He wants a call, but it's not given. Rochester tries to play quickly out, but Marco Franco with it now. Long crossfield ball there. Too far. Banks. Watson flicks on, looking for Anangano. Anangano giving chase on Walls. Walls handled it very well there. Of course, Tony Walls playing at center back for Rochester. Fire fans familiar with him would know him more as a right back. Anangano on the ball again. Underwood. Nice chip towards the back post. Gives Rhinos keeper John McCarthy a little bit of a scare. In the end, he tracks it. Vu now for Rochester. He has a little bit of space. Flicks it over to the right. Banks is there. Sundley. Cross in from Banks. Looking at the back post for Colin Rolfe. Too heavy. See a couple of Fire starters out, not part of the match day 18 today, but out watching the game. I see Jeff Lorenowitz across the way. I see Alex Bakari Samari supporting their teammates today. Pat McMahon with Gentile in pursuit, puts it out. Good pressure. Gonzalez over to take the throw. Gutman with it. For Anangano. Anangano, nice combo for Gutman. Just Gentile with a sliding effort there. Would have liked to have gotten a little bit more. Another save for McCarthy. Hopefully not the most difficult one he'll make today. Into the 16th minute, we're 0-0 between the Chicago Fire and Rochester Rhinos here at Toyota Park. MLS Reserve League and USL-PRO action. Underwood keeps it in here on the near sideline. Back with it on the right. Earns the throw. Abbasi puts it out. Franco. Kinney. Fire trying to lock Rochester in a little bit here. Ritter and Watson. Ianni now. Watson. Kinney. Franco. We have Franco now. Take a few steps back. Take the throw. Ianni now with it. Franco forward. Walls, good read on it, but Watson retains it. Ritter for Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for Gentile. Ritter. Foul called back there. Gentile, the offender. I was wondering, Giuseppe Gentile coming back in. Marco Franco now called for a foul. He gets a talking to one more time. He'll see a yellow card. That foul on Minvu. Gentile, of course, able to return to the Fire as part of the loan agreement with Charlotte for reserve games and U.S. Open Cup games. Interesting, he should return to Charlotte right after this game. Will he play for the Fire reserves? I would have to think he might be available for selection for them, as depending on how the team wants to handle Friday's game. But with Pineda and Hoya out, Alex injured, it might be wise to have him suit up for the Fire in that one. Either way, he'll get some minutes. Gentile, of course, did not play this past weekend as Charlotte had the weekend off. Lazy play there a little bit from Ianni, as Patron earns a free kick for Rochester. Fire have had the better of the play, as you'd expect here, but maybe not as much activity going forward as you'd like to see just yet. Watson with it now for Ritter. Ritter with a long ball for Anangano. Anangano and chase, but McCarthy there, well off his line to claim it. Watson. Ball played for Vu. Vu with a great run. Around him, he's going to get an open look. He chips and a goal. 1-0 Rochester. 22nd minute on that one. Didn't see who put it over the top there. We're going to say Tyler Rosenlund, but that's just based off celebrations. We'll see. We'll confirm at halftime, but either way, it's 1-0 Rochester. Broken play a little bit out of the back. Fire will be disappointed to give that one away. Min Vu with a great run. Yanni looking for the quick one for Anangano. McCarthy claims it. Just the positional awareness of that. It looks a lot easier than it is to just poke a ball, loop a ball over the keeper. Vu did a great job to know where he was. Saw Can far enough off his line to do it. 1-0 here. Ritter for Gutman. Ianni spraying it from Marco Franco. Franco, ball towards the back post. Gentile looking for Gentile, but McCarthy is there to see it out of bounds. Abassi with it. Marco Franco. Put across. Petrone comes away with it. Vu, the goal scorer here on the left. Sundley. Rochester looking a bit more confident after the goal. Diagonal ball. And Vu is there. Vu takes Franco to the end line. Franco got no part of that ball, just on the edge of the area. And a dangerous free kick opportunity here for Rochester. Sundley over to take it. Punched away by Can. Another throw for Rochester. Ritter handles it. Put back in, out for a goal kick here. Excuse me, not a goal kick. rather corner. Must have deflected out. Petrone. Petrone put in. Anangano with a foot to it. Kinney clears the line. Watson heads it up. Can well off his line to claim it. Gentile now. Comes all the way over. Leaves for Franco. Gentile with it again. Quick throw there. Underwood to the end line. Puts it back. Quick thinking there from Underwood. Not enough on the cross. We're in the 31st minute here. Rochester leads 1-0. Second minute goal from Minvu. A nice little chip. Banks into the middle. Handball there. It was Tyler Rosenlund coming out deep out of midfield, but handled the ball. You see that a lot from J.C. Banks. He's listed as their lone forward today, but a lot of times cutting back out, their attacking midfielder, a lot of times cutting out to the wings, and then you see a deep run out of midfield from one of the two central midfielders. Yanni's long ball there from Franco. Out of play. Of course, Rochester Rhinos back in action next Sunday, April 27th. They visit the Charleston Battery at Blackbaud Stadium down on Daniels Island in Charleston, South Carolina. Place the Fire have visited many times in preseason. One of the best, still one of the best soccer stadiums in the U.S., I say. And then they finally return to Rochester on May 10th for their... Excuse me, I'm an idiot. Rochester hosts the Charleston Battery Sunday, April 27th. Used to that MLS International listing the home team first here. Get your tickets at rochesterrhinos.com for that one. (4:05 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. Oh my gosh. Gentile over the top. Anangano chases it down, hoping they're in a corner. It's out for a goal kick instead, and I may be having deja vu or may have just traveled back in time, but it's the 30th minute again. At least according to the game clock. I think we've had a few issues, but we are about to strike 30 right here. Told from our official scorekeeper, Northwestern goalkeeper Tyler Miller, that the assist on the goal in the 22nd minute went to Tyler Rosenlund. Thanks for that, Tyler. Gentile fouled there. Ritter chips ahead for Anangano. Cut out. Sunley for Banks. Minvu. Penn State product. Cuts it back for Rosenlund. Sunley now. Ritter. Walls knocks that one down as Rochester start a counter. Vu. Played all the way back to McCarthy. Ball over the top from Sunley. Yanni plays it forward for Gentile. He goes up to flick it on for Nangano, and he remains down. Probably took a little bit of a knock there. Watson over it. Over the top, looking for Yanni. Knocked out for a corner kick there. Underwood over to take it for the Fire. See if Underwood can channel Harry Ship on one of these. Towards the near post, not near anyone. Petrone clears it. Gonzalez collects, puts it back in. Looking for Kinney, but McCarthy bravely up to claim it. Kinney nodded forward. Ritter comes through with a hard challenge. He got the ball. Not happy with the call. Of course, all MLS teams by 2015 by league mandate have to either begin a reserve team in USL-PRO or start a USL-PRO affiliation. I think something with that could be in the offing soon for the Fire. Stay tuned on that one. Ritter. Brian Bliss and Frank Gallup have said earlier this season at a media luncheon they'd met with folks in Arizona regarding an affiliation. There's also talk of St. Louis. No, it'll be popular with Fire fans, but the Michigan Bucks are saying they're pushing for USL-PRO next year, the PDL team there in Detroit. Hashtag your thoughts on who the Fire should affiliate with in USL-PRO using CF97. Maybe I'll read them. Of course, Rochester Rhinos affiliated with the New England Revolution. A few Revolution players out there today. We got Kinney down here. Can way off his line. Could hear his call. Maybe in no man's land. Anangano and Gentile. Gentile pushes it over for Gonzalez. Gonzalez cross in, looking for Gentile. Underwood there to keep it in. Cuts it for Franco. Franco inside. Taken down, no doubt. Abassi with the foul. Well done by Marco Franco. Dangerous free kick opportunity here for the Fire. We're going to call that 23, 24 yards out. Anangano. His take. Well over the bar. Took it confidently, though. .39th minute, Rochester Rhinos lead the Chicago Fire Reserves 1-0 off a 22nd minute goal from Rhinos winger Min Vu. We're in the 39th minute here at Toyota Park. Thank you for joining us on Chicago-Fire.com. Thanks to our excellent digital crew for setting up early this morning to bring you this game. Petrone tries to get through. Gutman recovers. Franco long ball looking for Gentile. Tony Walls is there. Jeff in Orlando tweets to us saying the Fire should affiliate either with the Michigan Bucks or Des Moines Menace. Des Moines Menace would have to move up to USL-PRO. The Bucks showing a plan to do that a few weeks ago. Gentile. In the corner. Two Rhinos there on him. Earns the corner kick. Well done. We've got a Rhinos player down here. It's Colin Rolfe. Far away from the play. Seems to be laboring a little bit as the referee comes over. Hold up the corner kick on this one as their trainer is out. Colin Ralph, a familiar face to those in MLS. Of course, played in 2012 with the Houston Dynamo. Fire trialist last year for an extended period of time out of Louisville University. Native of Plymouth, Michigan. Gingerly getting up. Will be interesting to see if he continues. He looks like he could. There is a Rhinos player there. Looking like he could come on as well. Back to the corner kick. It's Gregory Dopka. Makes his way over, and it looks like corner in to the near post, headed away. Looks like Rolf will continue. Iani. Looking for Gonzalez there, and headed out into the 43rd minute. Ritter for Iani. Put in for Gonzalez. Gonzalez cuts it back across, earns the corner kick. Well done. Gonzalez will take this one again. Put in, looking for a Nangano, but McCarthy claims it. Gutman. Ritter with a bad pass there. Intercepted. Minvu now on the left. Back for Abassi. 44th minute. Rochester leads the Fire Reserves 1-0. Abassi on Franco. Rhinos throw. A little bit of contention around that one. Or Gentile with hard work there, no doubt. And it should be a yellow card here. Alex Sunley, cynical challenge, and he gets it. 44th minute. Gentile beat him and was on his way. Petrone. McCarthy. Awkward clearance there. Gets it out of danger. But a fire throw. Ritter for Gentile. Tries to get it to Underwood. Petrone for Rochester as we hit the 45-minute mark here. No signal for stoppage time. Not sure if we'll get any. Petrone towards goal with room. Deflected shot. Does well to keep it in. Into stoppage time. Kinney. And there's the halftime whistle. Chicago Fire go into the locker room, trailing 1-0 to the Rochester Rhinos. Rhinos goal in the 22nd minute from Min Vu. A nice chip over Alec Can. And that's the entirety of the score in the first half. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll keep the camera on for you. Turn the mics off. We'll be back in a bit. Stay tuned to chicago-fire.com for the second half of this one. Good. And we're back for the second half. Just one change, and it's for the Fire. Academy product James Mayal enters the match for Ecuadorian forward Juan Luis Anangano. 45 minutes for Anangano today after 20 on Saturday against New England. And we're back underway here. Thanks for joining us on Chicago-Fire.com. Rochester Rhinos with the 1-0 lead over the Chicago Fire Reserves. The substitute Mayal wearing number 42. See how this one plays out. But right now it looks like Marco Franco has pushed forward as your right winger, as Mayal there at right back for the Fire. Four Academy products now on the field for Chicago. Martin Alba still remains on the bench. Ianni for Franco. Franco inside. Leaves for Watson. Watson takes a hit, but it's blocked, and Banks comes away with it. Banks chips it forward for Rolfe. Rolfe in a foot race with Kinney. Earns the free kick right on the touchline there. Free kick opportunity for the Rochester Rhinos here. Put in. Fire trying to break out. Kinney finally comes through it. Cleared off of a Rhinos player. So it'll be a Fire throw in. We asked during the first half who you think the Chicago Fire. Sorry, we might have had an offsides call there instead of the throw. My apologies. Who do you think the Chicago Fire should affiliate with in USL? What city? Doesn't have to be an existing USL team, even. Hashtag CF97. We'll take a look at some of those comments. Tony Walls playing it forward. Matt Schroeder tweets, would love to see CF97 get an affiliation in Milwaukee, another great city for soccer. Of course, we remember the Milwaukee Rampage, Milwaukee Wave United, the old A-League. No team up there currently, but not a bad shout. Gonzalez across for Kinney. That ball makes it up to the top row. I think that's Suite B10, Andrew Hopman's suite right there. Nice gift for him. Mayal. Good work there on the right. Watson keeps it in, centering, looking for Gentile. Turned away. Ritter pushes it over for Gonzalez. Gonzalez now. Rolfe. Foul there called. Rochester Rhinos, another team with fine history in the U.S. Open Cup. Last lower league team to win the competition way back in 1999. J.C. Banks upset that one was whistled out of bounds. Nice to see Pete Clem, a big Chicago Fire Reserves fan, in the crowd today. Number 42, Pete. As we said earlier, James Mile, who came on for Juan Luis Anangano at halftime. Thanks for listening to the commentary there on the other side of the stadium. Ritter for Watson. Kinney. Gonzalez. Kinney. For Mile. Mile beats his man on the dribble here. Inside. Still with it. Leaves it for Gentile. Franco over. And his cross put out for a throw. A little bit better from the Fire. Ritter plays it over. Underwood trying to flick on there for Gutman. Tony Walls. Mile whistled for a foul there right in the center circle on Minvu. The goal scorer today. 22nd minute goal is the difference. Walls for Abbasi. Watson cuts it out. Looking for Gentile. Abbasi fouled there by Watson. McMahon. Yanni. Marco Franco. Fire first round draft pick. Cutting it. Gentile outside. Towards the box. Stays on his feet, but Walls wins that battle. Maybe not. Gentile cuts it back. Gives it back to Abbasi, who clears it out. Foul at midfield there on Stephen Kinney. On Colin Rolfe. Banks Great combo there. Banks in. Well saved by Alec Can. Fire back line getting caught up. Banks and Rolfe there. I think Banks would like that one back. Didn't get the greatest shot off. Can way off his line to make the save. Rochester's showing, outside of the first 20 minutes or so, Rochester's showing to be the more dangerous team in this one. Fire do have 4 academy products on the field. Five if you include first teamer Chris Ritter. Watson picks up the loose ball. Gonzalez. Ianni. Back for Gonzalez, but cut out. Cut out again by Ianni. Rosenlund. Banks. Petrone. Nice little run. Nice vision from Banks to see Petrone. Again, cutting inside. Up the middle. Ball just a little too heavy. Banks for Walls. McMahon now here on the near side. Rosenlund for Vu. Gonzalez here. Ianni. Got Mayall on the ball now. Underwood forward and plays it forward for Mayall, but whistled for a free kick there. See what the Fire can make of this one. It's like Marco Franco will take it. Kinney forward, Ritter forward, Ianni forward, into the box. Take towards the back post, Watson up for it. Petrone clears it. Gonzalez with a look, hits it just over the bar. Deflected out for a corner kick. Not a bad look for the littlest guy on the field. I'd be surprised if he's 5'5". 60th minute, and he'll run over and take the corner as well. Oscar Gonzalez, Fire Academy product. Into the box, near post. Header there from Kinney, but well saved by McCarthy. Best chance of the second half for the Fire. We got a Fire substitution here. Matt Watson exiting the game. I believe it's Martin Alba coming in. And so you've got 5 current academy players now on the field for the Fire. Alba slots right into Watson's central midfield position. The Fire first teamers that remain on the field from back to front. Kyle Rainish. Sorry, Alec Can in goal. Patrick Ianni, Stephen Kinney, Chris Ritter, Marco Franco, and Giuseppe Gentile. Underwood for Gonzalez. Underwood again. Alba. Forward for Gentile. Not a bad thought there. First bit of action for Alba in this one. .62 minute. Nice little thrill for the academy players that get to play in these reserve games. Would you rather play a professional soccer game or would you rather go to school? Saw a few tweets this morning. Hope their teachers don't see them. Ritter. Underwood. Square ball there. Gutman. We have a Rochester sub up. It's going to be Colin Rolfe withdrawn from the match. Trying to see who it is coming in. My eyes aren't that good. Looks to me like it's former DC United midfielder Lance Roseboom. And it is. So that sub in the 63rd minute. Ball over the top from Ianni. Looking for Gonzalez, but too far. Roseboom comes into central midfield. As Rosenlund pushes a little further forward into the attacking role where J.C. Banks was playing. Banks all the way up as the center forward. For the Rhinos. Nice to see Jeff DiVeronica joining us. Longtime Rochester Rhinos beat reporter there. Does a great job. Just not linking up all that well. It's always a tough one when you have to mix first teamers and academy players. But a good experience for the young kids. Alba tries to keep it alive. The average height of the average height of the Fire team has gone down a great deal with the 2 second-half substitutions. Gonzalez back for Alba. And Stephen Kinney has come out of the match, just walked off the field. Fire do not have substitutes, so they'll go with 10 men the rest of the way. Or so it seems. I do see Harry Shipp doing some jogging on the sidelines with Tony Joao. I'm wondering if perhaps he'll come on. He is on the substitutes list, but not sure after the 70 he played on Saturday how long he'd go today. So Fire playing with 10 men right now, which is always fun when you're down a goal. Ritter has moved into central defense. Long ball for Gentile. He tracks it. Gentile chopped down there. Referee signals play on. Mayal. And Rosenboom comes away with it. Stephen Kinney, you feel bad, a player that has had injuries, recurring injuries ever since that Achilles tear at the end of 2010. Three of four players in your Fire midfield now. Current academy products. Just Marco Franco there on the right. Rosenlund for Rochester. Over for McMahon. Petrone. Rochester content to kick this one around a little bit. Petrone for Vu. Vu giving Mayal some headaches. He puts it out to safety. See your tweet, Jeff D. Veronica. The ID for Gonzalez, Oscar Gonzalez, member of the Chicago Fire Academy. Glad I could help. And it was a nice shot over the bar. The good news, folks, Stephen Kinney not injured. I think the plan was for him to go about 60, 65 minutes. Harry Shipp is on the sideline warming up. Cannot come in for about another minute. We're in the 70th now. He played 70 on Saturday, so because of the MLS reserve rules, just playing by the rules. So we'll see Harry Shipp shortly. Rhino sub at the midfield stripe. It's Johnny Mendoza. Abassi there. Vu. For Rosenlund. Rosenlund over for Petrone. McMahon. Roseboom. Ball over the top there from McMahon, looking for Banks, and he was definitely offside. We'll hold up play here for the substitutions. We have two of them. Two players coming in. Johnny Mendoza, number 23 for Rochester, and number 3, Alex Dixon. Min Vu will make way, as will Sam Petrone. Those subs coming in the 72nd minute here. As Rochester holds on to the lead. Of course, Min Vu, the lone goal scorer today. His 22nd minute chip over Alec Can, the difference. Harry Shipp still down on the sideline, warming up. Not sure if or when we'll see him. Mendoza there with the dangerous cross in. Cleared away. Again, the Fire playing with 10 men. Stephen Kinney came off, not an injury, just the plan. Not to push him past 65 minutes. Gentile closes down that one, forcing McCarthy to put it out of play. Fire throw. Another tweet about USL-PRO affiliations for the Fire. Yes, I did mention St. Louis. There is no USL-PRO team there. But Brian Bliss and Frank Yallop have said that St. Louis could be an option. So take that with what you will. Walls across for Abassi. Roseboom over, looking for Banks. This game's definitely slowed down a bit. Fire not really able to push the match that much down a man right now. Rosenlund ahead, looking for Banks. Can well off his line, keeps the ball in the box. Aside from finding himself in no man's land, a little miscommunication on the goal with his back line, Alec Can has looked very good coming off his line today. Just a bad giveaway there. Bad touch there from Alex Underwood. Alba for Iani in the 76th minute. Iani trailing forward here. Alba again. Ritter forward. Header there from Gonzalez. Franco in the corner. Abassi puts it out for a throw. 77th minute. Rochester leading 1-0 here. Thanks for joining us on Chicago-Fire.com for MLS Reserve League and USL-PRO action. Can with the clearance. Mile tries his best to keep it in. Rochester will earn the throw. Of course, the Fire, again, playing down a man. Not because of a red card. Half the players on the field for the Fire then are current academy players as well. They've done a good job. Underwood now for Alba. Gonzalez. He loses it. Iani steps up, getting a little sloppy out there. Mayal with some space there on the right now. Ritter plays it all the way back for Alec Can. And the foul called there on J.C. Banks. Ritter forward, looking for Gentile. Nodded away by Kyle Hoffer. Franco for Alba. Underwood now. Underwood's cross deflected by Roseboom. 80th minute, Rochester leads 1-0. Ooh. Looked like it could have hurt. It didn't, apparently. And there's a foul called against Mayal. Mendoza. Looking for Dixon. Dixon's into space. Low shot. Saved by Can. No. Wide of goal. I thought he might have gotten a hand to it. You see that same play Rochester has had a lot of success with, getting looks on goal. And again, here we go. J.C. Banks now into the box. Shot. Can gets a foot to it, but it's 2-0. Rochester, 81st minute on that one. Fire playing down a man since the 65th minute. And a well-deserved goal. The assist coming from the substitute, Johnny Mendoza. 81st minute goal for Rochester has them up 2-0 now on the Chicago Fire reserves. Down a man the last 25 minutes of this one. It appears Harry Shipp will not come on. Assistant coaches C.J. Brown and Clint Mathis will have this Fire team go down a man the rest of the way. Forward now again. Rochester looking for another maybe. Sunley looking for Mendoza there, but Fire come away with it. Tony Walls for Dixon. McMahon. Rochester really just sort of toying with a short-handed Fire team now. Roseboom. McMahon with it. He's got some space on the right. Pushes it forward. McMahon on it. Roseboom, ball across. Gentile cuts it out. Walls there to recover for Rochester. Abassi. Ritter now playing out of the back. In the 85th minute, Rochester goals on both sides of halftime. 2-0 lead. Min Vu in the first half. On a chip over Alec Can. 81st minute. We saw J.C. Banks finish off a feed from Johnny Mendoza. Fire playing down a man in this one since the 65th minute, as Stephen Kinney was removed from the match. Ball over the top there looking for Mendoza. The near side official's flag is raised for offside. Fire playing down a man was as Stephen Kinney was withdrawn in the 65th minute, not due to injury, not due to a red card. Thought we might see Harry Shipp as he was warming up, but it appears the Fire coaching staff would rather save Shipp. We got 2 more Rochester subs looking ready to come on. Yanni, nothing. It's just been one of those days a little bit for the Fire. Connecting the easy passes hasn't happened. We'll see J.C. Banks and Alex Sunley removed from this one. Banks, the second half goal scorer. Who are the 2 players entering the match? So Josimar Sanchez, a New England Revolution player, currently on loan with Rochester, and Mike Garzi enter for Banks and Sunley. That's the 87th minute for those keeping score at home, those subs. Gentile does well, earns a free kick there. Oscar Gonzalez over this one, along with Andrew Gutman. Looks like Gonzalez will take it. Plays it for Gutman. Works towards the end line, earns the corner kick. Gonzalez will take it. 88th minute. Short ball. Gutman has a look, curls it, headed just over the bar. Nice little set play there between Gutman, Alba, and Gonzalez. Seems straight out of the academy. Gonzalez again. This time towards goal. McCarthy up. Full extension to bring it down. Rochester with the 2-0 lead. Looks like they'll try and see this one out. 88th minute. Sanchez. Just a bad touch there from Hoffer. Alba. Yanni. For Ritter. Given away there. Yanni cuts it out, but Roseboom back with it for Rochester into the 89th minute. Ball over the top there. Dixon was offside. Rochester not happy with that call. Into the 90th minute now. Ritter huffs it forward, looking for Gentile. Walls tracks it well. Abassi for Mendoza. Mendoza into the box now. Cuts it back for Sanchez. Roseboom. Hoffer. Sanchez. All the way around. We're into second half stoppage time. Abassi. Roseboom. Roseboom. Rochester just seeing this one out now. Ball given back. Gentile. One last look. Can the Fire have it? Gentile over for Gutman, but Josimar Sanchez easily handles that one. Mendoza. Rochester holding it up now. Looking to see this one out. A clean sheet that would be their first of the season. First win of the season as well. Sanchez again. Rosenlund. Rosenlund with it still. Roseboom for Sanchez. And that's the full-time whistle. The Rochester Rhinos earned their first win of the 2014 USL-PRO season here today with a 2-0 victory over the Chicago Fire Reserves. Goals from Min Vu in the 22nd minute and J.C. Banks in the 81st. See the Rhinos earn their first win of the campaign. Chicago Fire Reserves fall to 1-1 on the 2014 season. Want to thank everyone for joining us for this one on chicago-fire.com. Should be able to catch the full archive of this match later today on Official Fire Soccer on YouTube. For our entire digital crew, I'm Jeff Crandall. We'll see you soon.